All right, folks, thanks for coming back out to the ballpark with us. We're here at CarSheild Field. G.A.C. Classic, the Central, and we've got a dandy for you here. Liberty Eagles taking on the Washington Blue Jays. Here are our starting lineups for today's game. Liberty, the home team. Actually, we'll start with Washington, who is the visiting team. At the leadoff, number 8, Andrew Elbert playing shortstop. In the 2-hole, number 4 playing behind the plate, Ryan Kassenbaum. In the 3-hole, number 18, Ryan Williams. He will be in left field. In the 4-hole, number 12 playing third base, Hayden Burns. In the 5-hole, number 22, Ben Jelinas at first base. In the 6-hole, number 34, Ethan Rowe. He will be the DH. In the 7-hole, number 15, Henry Vetter. He will be in right field. In the 8-hole, number 10, Mason Thies will be at second base. In the 9-hole, Hunter Bachmeyer, number 20, and he will be in center field. And for the home team, Liberty Eagles, on the mound today will be Ty Holman, his battery mate, Jake Greer. Jake Greer is a solid catcher here. Holman Holman is 0-2 on the season with a 3.96 ERA in 17 2/3 innings. I saw him against Howell early in the season. He looked really good. He's been up and down, coming back off the injury, getting himself squared away. Big, tall kid. I believe Holman is a St. Slew commit, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to have to look at that again.
Yeah, I will look that up.
But I believe that is the case.
Can we talk about the Spencer Strider thighs of Capizzi at shortstop?
It's pretty amazing. And first pitch to Elbert is ball 1. There's some athletes out on the field here today. And that ball is fouled straight back. Strike 1. 1-1 now. Holman's got a pretty good mix. And look at those orange shoes, Mitch.
Yep, you got to be a dude, and he is one. He is going to Slew, sir. You were correct.
That's what I thought. 1-2. And like I said, he's coming back off that injury to his arm from last year. That hit the catcher in a bad spot.
The glove?
The glove. Curveball just stays up. That bent him a little bit, Mitch.
Yeah, it did. He almost put himself in a vulnerable position to get hit in the face.
Elbert, good at bat here to lead this off. He's worked the count 3-2 full.
I like how he choked up on that bone saber.
Absolutely.
A little punch and Judy.
Just trying to poke something into right field.
Hey, hit him.
And that hit him. You could hear it. Right off the elbow pad. So the leadoff runner is on. Holman hasn't given up an extra base hit yet this year, and that's strike 1.
I think that's saying something in this conference, because there's not only is there guys that can pitch, but there's guys that can hit in these GACs.
I think that's the thing right there that's hurting Mitch is the on-base percentage, though. It's for Holman, it's .361. So it looks like he's given up a few too many walks. 17 walks. Excuse me, 15 walks. That's not a lot.
Well, it's 15 free passes.
In 17 and 2/3 innings.
So, that's going to increase that, those whips. And then ultimately what happens is those runners end up scoring, and it might be a big part of the 3.96 versus, maybe those low twos that we're used to seeing with him.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball. So Castlebaum goes down looking on a bender that just fell out of the sky. Ryan Williams at the plate. Up and out. Runner goes.
Good jump.
He double pumps,
and
the runner is.
They got the catcher or the hitter.
What do we got here? What's the call? Oh, yeah, they're going to send him back to first. So
they missed that.
Yep. If that is interference, the batter would be out.
They missed that.
If he called that.
Yeah.
And you send the runner back, which is the right call. He goes back, but he would be out. Batter's interference. Yeah, he's out. That's the right call. So out number 2. Batter's interference. He goes back. The batter is out. That is correct.
You saw in between the catcher turned around and looked at it, and he goes, "I don't think you hit me."
Is that right?
Yeah, he goes, "I didn't hit you." It's like he even talks about it. Obviously, it's slide because umpire left that spot, but.
So we got a conference here, but that is the rule. That's correct. So 2 outs now. Runner at first. Hayden Burns, number 12, the number 4 hitter, coming to the plate. Coach Goff talked about Mr. Burns being one of his guys that's been pretty consistent this season offensively.
Yeah, in his opportunities, he's one of the everyday guys. He's got that nice little 411 on base percentage coming into today. But he's like, what I like to see is the 3 doubles, a triple, and a dinger on the year.
There you go. So he's got some pop in that bat, Mitch. But he's quickly 0-2 here behind Holman. That's a nice bright red for the old Liberty Eagles, isn't it?
On the Munis?
The unis.
They stick out, definitely with the shadows that are behind them over there in the first base side. Their red pops, right within the dark of the underneath.
Nice job by Greer behind the plate, keeping that in front of him. Ball 1.
I like Jake. He's one of the guys that I like to watch as a former catcher. He's definitely one I enjoy watching him catch.
Oh!
Hey, they got some
just
guys coming out
stayed
the
a little
dugout
in,
there.
but that buckled Burns right there. 2-2. Fastball in, hammered in the hole. Burns didn't miss that fastball.
Nope, and you can see why he's hitting in that part of the lineup.
So first and second, 2 outs. Ben Galinas now coming to the plate, the first baseman. I like that. Big, deep breath there. Settling himself.
Resetting.
Yeah. Get a little focus. Ball is outside.
Ben's had a few plate appearances this year. He's got 17 on the season, so he's got a little experience. Not as much as the other guys, but nice on-base percentage for the young man. A clip of 353.
That's pretty good. 1-1 to Galenas.
Yeah, it's always this thing. When you have only so many at bats, and you're hitting. He's only hitting like 150 on a year. But again, he balked.
And a balk is called. So both runners move up. Second and third, 2 outs on the balk. Looks like he didn't. Yeah, he went to his mouth.
Yeah, I was just say I didn't see that, but the obviously umpire caught it. I wasn't looking either.
A little squibber to the second baseman. Oh, that's a nice play. It looks like, though, Holman come up a little gimpy. Hope he's okay there. All right. Well, he gets out of the jam with a nice PFP there. And we're going to the bottom half of the first inning. Washington 0, Liberty coming up. Guys, talk to us about Legacy. What has it been? How has it helped you continue to grow as players?
It's been really good. Practices are very structured, and the facility's really nice. We can get in there and get swings whenever we need, and it's overall pretty nice.
Legacy Performance Academy is a unique sports facility that encompasses strength training, speed and agility training, pitching lessons, hitting lessons, fielding and catcher training, and a recovery room with focus on injury prevention, and youth developmental and elite high school baseball teams. Legacy Performance Academy can be contacted at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
I got to ask. So I've spent time inside of a college dugout, and, obviously, depending on what conferences you played on, you might have a couple games in a day. And so we always had game snacks inside the dugout. And Coach would always get us a variety of options, and one of them being an Uncrustable. This is when I coached college sports, not when I played. Back then, they didn't have those. So do you have an in-game snack of choice?
I never did. I'm old, dude. We didn't have that stuff. I'm an old guy.
Well, they had food.
Yeah, but
I
you
mean,
ate
not that
before
old.
the game. You didn't eat during the game.
You didn't play enough games.
We didn't do that stuff when I was a kid, man.
You had so were you dipping or something? Everybody at 12 years old already had a mouthful of chew back then. Probably.
My gosh. All right, Austin Capizzi to lead off, followed by Bryce Haynes and Cone Waldron. That's strike one. Followed by Jake Greer, Easton Gain. Strike two. And a ground ball. Shortstop comes up, makes a nice throw, and out for out number one.
That's a speedy runner over there, too. So
Heck of a play by Andrew Elbert.
Yes, sir.
Going to the glove side, coming across, making a strong throw against his body there to get a speedy runner.
I got one for you.
Let me finish this real quick,
You got it.
Because I wanted to go Jacob Robinson. After that, ball one to Bryce Haynes because we didn't get the all of it in there. Then Alex Young is the DH. And another ground ball to Elbert. Another strong throw. That's pretty economical. That's 4 pitches so far and 2 outs, Mitch.
Yeah. I'm going to say, do you want to put is he going to make all 3 at shortstop?
Uh-oh. I don't know. Let's see.
If you make 2 of them, might as well make the third.
Waldron, though, this kid can
Swing
he can
it?
hit. Ooh,
Smell
off
it.
the end of the bat. Had him out front, didn't he?
Smell it. You got to smell the cap.
I'm going to have to ask the public address announcer for some help on Luke's last name. Scacchetti? Sacchetti. Okay, Sacchetti. Luke Sacchetti in the 8-hole, number 18, and then Drew Smith will be in the 9-hole. So I want to get through that, Mitch. Sorry, man.
No, that's fair. We talked about this guy being one of Liberty's
Strike on the inside corner.
go-tos. He's hitting 458 coming into this game. You talk about an on-base percentage, buddy. 567.
Yes.
60 plate appearances at that. Clearly getting on base for this team, being a table setter. Has got 22 hits on a season and 14 runs scored, leading this Liberty Eagles team. Capizzi does with 16.
That ball is hammered in the gap, and that's going to get to the wall, Mitch. Waldron's going to get to third base with this. That speed. There you go.
Yeah, a little dab at the end. A little selly.
Little sell it, yeah.
Little dab, two-out dab.
Something.
That's a good double cut.
So the 2-out triple
I feel
by
like
Waldron.
I feel like I'm that guy that's going to celebrate a double cut. That was a good double cut.
Jake Greer now at the plate. Big pop, wind blowing out. You definitely don't want to leave something up in the zone to this young man.
No, not at all. He's already got one on the year, so he's hit one out of the park. He's got a couple of doubles on the season. He's got 66 plate appearances, so he's one of the few everyday guys for Liberty.
Ben Losing on the mound for the Blue Jays. As we heard from Coach Goff, he's been primarily out of the bullpen, but he's been pitching so well. Coach said, we're going to give him a start and see what he does. And so after 2 quick outs, the triple and now the base on balls to Greer.
Yeah, and as he talked about it during that, when he came on air with us, it's giving the young man an opportunity to have these emotions and feelings and facing tough competition because he's going to be needed in district play.
Easton Gain now at the plate. Oh, and he takes off. And a little better throw probably gets him there.
Maybe. It's that same walking play we've been seeing a lot of teams doing.
Yep.
Or, kind of working more towards. It's been something that's been around for baseball for a long time. It's not new.
He has peppered these corners, and Blue's giving it to him. And a ground ball to Elbert. And ends the threat. Liberty leaves 2. We're going to the top of the second inning. Score 0-0.
What better feeling than watching your son or daughter pitch their best game, catch the game-winning out, or crush a stand-up double? That comes with talent and long hours of hard work that got them there. That's exactly where Legacy Performance Academy comes in, matching the hours of work, drive, and dedication to help your athlete build a legacy that lasts. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
And that last at bat there, I know that Gain had grounded out to the shortstop there, but that first pitch he thought was maybe a little borderline, and he had, it's okay to sometimes ask an umpire, say, hey, is that at the top? When it's a respectful way to do it. So if you have a little bit of a question maybe on a call, ask him where if that's the top end or is that as far as he'll go or how much more. Sometimes they give you that information. Sometimes they don't, but there's always a way to ask if you're looking for information. So I actually kind of like that because those are things that I did as a hitter to help me get a better feel for the strike zone was I asked. I said, hey, that's a borderline pitch maybe. I thought it was a ball, but umpire says, hey, no, that's my zone, and that's the top of it.
There you go. Well, that's all you want as a hitter, right?
Just know. You're not trying to stand them up or anything, right? You just want to ask questions. You're not doing it disrespectfully. You're not rolling your eyes while you do it. Ask it like it's a legitimate question.
That's the game, Mitch. That's just the game.
It's just the game. That is exactly correct.
An official and as an umpire, you got to be willing to say, yep, yes, that's it, or no. It's a legitimate question. And understanding and knowing the strike zone.
Yeah, don't do it, though, when it's like right down the middle.
Right. Hey, is that a strike? No.
Yeah, clearly.
Jacob Robinson leading off here. Second baseman for this Blue Jays team. Oh, excuse me, not Jacob Robinson. I'm sorry. Ethan Rowe, number 34, the DH. Quickly 2-0. Henry Vetter behind him. Mason Thies will be hitting third in this inning.
He's struggling. Finding the zone early. Yeah. He's struggling finding the zone early. You just go back to that pitch count, the high whip.
Ball 4.
Coming back from injury, I'm sure he's, kind of on that pitch limits. So you need to try to be economical here if you want to try to make it through a few innings.
Henry Vetter, the sophomore.
You go. Try to take it. There you go. Play a little small ball. He talked about it. Vetter's got another high on base guy. He's a guy that has regular opportunities for them. Only got 2 ribbies on the season, but he's got 14 hits, 8 runs scored for the Jays.
Oh man, he threw that to the backstop. One and one.
So, this is my favorite pitch in baseball. 1-1. Right, as a pitcher, you want to compete. So you're probably going to get a good opportunity to get a fastball here. It's a high school kid at least. Do you put the bunt on still?
No.
I was like, as I asked the question, I'm waiting.
No,
I'm going to just.
No, you don't.
No. What would you do then? WWBD. What would Brian do? Don't ask me that.
I'm just calling the game, bro. That ball is popped up down the right field line. And, that's a nice throw by the right fielder out there. Bryce Haynes. It's for out number 1.
Good block.
Mason Thies at the plate.
Sorry, go ahead. Mason's hitting 346 on a year. Another high on base guy for Blue Jays. Has regular plate appearances, so everyday guy.
1-1. Looking at this Washington team here, Mitch, they got some size.
He balked again. Going back to the mouth.
So that's a kind of a habit right there, looks like, Mitch. So that's 2 balks.
You just, Coach Goff talked about having scrappy ABs. This is what he needs right here. Down 1-2. Got 1 out runner at third base. Just need a little scrappy AB, poke something in. I see Liberty came in a little bit.
You know, it's in the dirt.
I'm gonna call it now. They're picking up signs.
Here's something, Mitch. You know, Coach Dane Goff, Coach Eric Goff. This team looks eerily similar to a team that
They are brothers.
called the Jaguars. You're right. Similar thought process. Ball's out of play. And just early in this, you see it. Good at bats, defense, how they win ball games. Oh, that's a good pitch. So out number 2, Vetter strikes out swinging on a good off speed.
I'll talk about it till I'm blue in the face, Brian. I love watching a good catcher. And Greer come up there, ball in the dirt.
Right.
You know, obviously he needs to throw a ball down. Made sure he checked him, and he worked back to the bag before he threw it to first base. Love it.
Hunter Bachmeyer takes strike 1, center fielder for the Blue Jays. Number 9 hitter, swing and a miss, strike 2. On the outer half, it looks like Holman found something right there. We'll see if he can continue it. That's a strikeout look, and that ends the inning, and we're going to the bottom of the second inning, score 0-0. Guys, talk to us about legacy. What has it been? How has it helped you continue to grow as players?
I feel like they've been helping my knowledge in baseball advance from where it was last year, and helping like me know my swing and know my mechanics better than I could anywhere else.
Legacy Performance Academy is a unique sports facility that encompasses strength training, speed and agility training, pitching lessons, hitting lessons, fielding and catcher training, a recovery room with focus on injury prevention, youth developmental, and elite high school baseball teams. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
Good tunes out here on this absolute beaut of a day out here at CarSheild in the O'Fallon Hoots ballpark at CarSheild out here in O'Fallon, Missouri. Brian, what a day. It is beautiful.
I'll tell you, Mitch, I'm enjoying it.
Man, a lot of wind yesterday. The wind is calm, but, man, the 80 degrees, it feels.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And that ball is hammered into the gap and down and off the wall for number 15, Jacob Robinson. Leadoff stand-up double gets the Eagles going here in the bottom of the second inning.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, single, double, triple, home run.
Well, what did he do last inning? He threw a bunch of strikes, right?
Yep.
Early. And so jump on it first pitch.
Alex Young at the plate. That's some good off speed right there, Mitch.
That was up, though, buddy.
It was
You had to
up.
send it.
I agree. But it was in the strike zone.
It was that because it was called a strike. This is things like when I talk about trying to build approach for our young hitters, that curveball that's up, it's always a good opportunity to try to do some damage to a pitch, especially with a guy at second base. And then you take that pitch, but you swing at a ball in the dirt.
That's a good pitch on the outer half. He's been there.
That's all right, buddy. Uh-oh.
Yep. See, you can't argue ball. What are these guys doing?
I'm pretty sure he used some good language.
It's not funny. It's disrespectful. He's been calling it, how about take the bat off your shoulder and swing it?
Best one to hit's that first one. You float a curveball up there like that, you gotta do something there. That he set himself up for that, AB. By swinging the ball in the dirt, and he threw that changeup away or whatever that pitch was, that he got him on there. That was a great pitch by the guy on the bump. And as a pitcher, that young man would definitely be happy if he was on the mound getting that call.
Yep. Exactly.
You gotta live both sides.
It's not worth getting thrown out of a game. And it's the second inning. It just isn't. And Blue is saying he's got to leave the field to play. I didn't know that. I don't know where he's supposed to go.
Well, a lot of room up there.
I mean, I know, I get it. I think he does have to go to the stands. Can't stay in the dugout. That is ball one.
He could do the old Mets, give himself a mustache. Bobby Valentine. Wasn't it Bobby Valentine?
Oh, yeah.
Got tossed and came back with a mustache and
Yeah, that's right.
sunglasses.
I remember that. Bobby Valentine, he was quite the character. And these are good lessons for young players. There's no reason to get tossed out of a game here. This high school baseball, learn from these things. If you're making millions of dollars and stuff, I can sometimes understand that.
Well, they caught a hot mic the other day on a young man coming out. It was like 20, 21, and terrible AB, and he dropped a choice word.
Yeah.
And the hot mic picked it up on the game, and they didn't have a delay button.
Oh, no. 3-0 here to Luke. Strike one. Sacchetti? Sacchetti.
Like
Yep,
cicada.
Sacchetti. Like spaghetti, only Sacchetti. I get it now. Swing and a miss, strike two. And that is ball four. So the base on balls for Sacchetti brings up Drew Smith, the third baseman. First and second, one out. Capizzi on deck. That is
That's all right. I
strike
like
one.
it. Good take. That's a good pitcher's pitch.
Right?
Good take. You usually tell everybody to take, first pitch off speed, except for when it's high. The adjustability of being able to hit that pitch, like if you're looking specific zones, right, and that's a ball that you want to attack, is that little get me over off speed, and so you don't leave that pitch. You go get it out of there, bud.
We got time.
I'm not sure if that was on the umpire, and obviously coach is going out to take a visit, but I thought maybe batter got it first. But going back, kind of that thought process. If it's high, let it fly. Those are things that we train almost every day in a batting cage. When we're taking flips, and you get front toss, and and the ball is hit underhanded or thrown underhanded to you. It's got the same feel of where the ball is going to end up as an off speed. Uh-huh. So, if you're able to swing at a belly button high BP, flips, why not swing at that curveball in a game? And I mean, even if you're sitting heater and that curveball gets flipped up there and you're sitting heater, that's a dead red adjustment.
And honestly, mention what you're talking about, and I agree. And I think it's the ability of these young hitters. How quickly are you getting the pitch out of the hand to recognize that ball is away from the catcher, and everybody moves up on the wild pitch. And, we talk about fastball and adjust and whatnot, but I think it is the ability to see that ball out of the hand as early as possible. How good are you at that? And training yourself in that respect, be able to pick that up as soon as possible.
Yeah, those are real bat ball skills.
Right.
Those are things that, we as hitting coaches, and I'm one of these, or swing coaches, whatever you want to call us, advisors these days, we allow kids every time that we get a chance that, the ball could be a foot off the ground, you swing at it. It could be at your neck, you swing at it. Be a foot outside, you swing at it. We're not teaching plate discipline.
Capizzi rockets one to the second baseman, turns out at 2, but that's all they can get on a tough throw. It's a great job by Elbert to hang on to the bag there to get the out. Run scores, first run of the game, 1-0 lead, Liberty.
Yeah.
On the ground out to the second baseman.
Know your situation, or know your runners too, right? That young man could scoot down the line, so it was going to be tough for him to double him up to begin with. So at least get the one out there at second base.
Two outs now.
I thought he was first pitch going.
This is Bryce Haynes.
Now do it. Yep, he's leaning.
He's going. Good curveball.
That's
Play
different.
there just to keep.
That's different. Did you hear the shortstop, second baseman, one of the two? Did you hear him? Yep, check him. He kept saying, yep, check him. The pitcher could have tossed over there, probably got him leaning.
Gotcha. So he held up. Is he going to ask to check? Yeah, I thought he went too. Oh, 0-2 to Haynes.
It's going to stay in.
That's a lot of hustle, and they can't get to it. Bounces off the turf, into the stands, back out to the turf.
So, how do you feel? And you can answer this as an umpire, and as a coach. Do you like
Just throw it to a coach.
the automatic there, like on a check swing? Like you'll see a lot of times that an umpire will just point right away. Do you wait till the catcher asks?
Absolutely, especially here. And a lot of times, if I feel like he didn't go, I'm not going to throw it on that guy in the C slot because he doesn't have any better angle than I do behind the plate. I will ask pretty quickly if it's close and I get kind of blocked or something, and you can ask quickly as an umpire. I think you should, because sometimes you get blocked with all the stuff that's going on in front of you. Catcher maybe comes up. It happens.
Yeah, I saw it the other night in the Cardinals game I was watching, and there wasn't a check swing that happened, and before the even catcher turned around, he was
ball 4.
Right down to that first base guy, umpire. Asked him right away.
Haynes works a good walk there after being down 0-2, loads the bases, and the dangerous Cohen Waldron. This is not the guy you want to face right here.
Not here.
Ground ball foul.
I like it. That's that up pitch that we just got done talking about. The previous at bats, that the pitch is elevated. Those are the pitches that you want to drive. That might have just been in though. Tough to do anything with. Smell it.
Right off the end of the bat, Waldron aggressive, 0-2. He's got some work to do here. Stay in this at bat. Off the end of the bat, it looks like it's going to drop in front of the center fielder. And 2 runs are going to score on the 2 RBI single by Cohen Waldron.
He's got himself a blast in the blue. A little backwards, but hey. Good base running by the runner over there at first base, taking advantage of seeing that ball right in front of him, going first to third.
Absolutely, Mitch. So Waldron has a triple and a single, 2 RBIs already in this game.
So is he officially on the cycle watch?
He is definitely on the cycle watch.
Because we're only in the second inning, so I'm going to go on a limb and say he's going to have a couple more ABs today.
Yeah, I would imagine. 3-0 Liberty. Jake Greer now. Runner goes. Oh, big hack. Waldron had that base.
East here at the park. They got a long time before they're going to get going.
I know. They went to the pinstripes. I got to talk to Coach Hill.
Can it just be the one sets of pinstripes?
No. And the throwback down to third. Not in time.
I do like it that
Stolen base by Waldron.
that Washington has at least made the throws. Not a fan of, especially even when you're youth and you got kids that can't really make that throw or, it's almost a guaranteed stolen base, if you will. I want to see players compete. So make the throw, whether it's a snap throw to the pitcher, snap throw to third base, hitting the second baseman, throwing through, whatever the case may be. Just make the effort. Don't give them the bag.
And that ball is going to be foul into the seats. So Greer continuing to battle, looking to get that barrel on the ball. 1-2. I like this Losing kid. He competes.
Got him. Oh, buddy. Oof.
Wow. Okay.
What's your favorite
2-2.
Disney movie, Brian? Favorite Disney movie? Is it Frozen?
Oh, and he swings and misses, comes up, throws down, and gets him on the strikeout. All right, we're going to the top of the third inning. Score 3-0 now. Liberty Eagles.
We mow it.
What better feeling than watching your son or daughter pitch the best game, catch the game-winning out, or crush a stand-up double? That comes with talent and long hours of hard work that got them there. That's exactly where Legacy Performance Academy comes in, matching the hours of work, drive, and dedication to help your athlete build a legacy that lasts. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
Brian, did you ever play Mortal Kombat video games?
That's a negatory, Star Command.
What I was getting at there was one of my favorite characters on that was Sub-Zero. And basically what he would shoot is just some ice.
I did
and
see
he
the
would
movie.
freeze you. You did watch the movie?
Yeah, I like science fiction.
Get over here. That's what that curveball did. All of the above.
My video
Fatality.
game experience consisted of the Atari Pong way back in the day. Breakout. We had it on the one. And then later in life, Madden. That's it.
Is there a specific Madden, or do you stay
Just
pretty
Madden.
regular on Madden? Like, do you still
I don't
play the
anymore.
games?
Last Madden I had, I don't know.
1995 on Sega.
Stop it. Was it 2019?
That's what's
Yeah,
recent.
2018. 2019, somewhere in there.
I played a lot of video games during COVID. So I got back into one of my favorite video games actually was FIFA.
And it's one of the only video games that I couldn't beat my son couldn't beat me at.
Pretty good Madden player.
I was okay.
What was your favorite run or play? Do you remember?
No, I don't have a particular. I liked wide open offenses. I like to chuck the ball around.
just running flies. Everybody just Hail Mary every play. Someone's got to be open.
And I always like to construct teams. We're going to get the hitter here at the top of the order. Andrew Elbert, the shortstop, takes ball one. I was one of those guys, Mitch. This is the last one, because we'll get back to the game here. That, go figure, the last team I built a franchise with would have been, what would you have guessed?
I'm guessing Raiders.
That would be incorrect.
Am I close?
No. Ground ball to Capizzi.
I'm guessing
nice
the Rams.
Hop. Out number one.
Stan Kroenke's Rams.
That would also be incorrect.
The Dallas Cowgirls.
Oh, no. Cleveland Browns. It's orange, baby. I dig those uniforms.
That's not your orange, though.
Oh, that's a beautiful orange. That's a good orange.
It's
orange.
That's like a doo-doo orange.
No, it isn't.
It's called baby poo.
And, man, Cleveland, how terrible they've always been, right?
The dog pound.
The dog pound. Dude, I was winning Super Bowls.
Yeah, it's because you had unlimited budget and
No.
Probably
no,
tried
no,
out in
I
the
did not
combine.
do that. I didn't change those things. I never did that.
I always play on the rookie level to make myself feel good.
I was always on the all-pro level.
Yep. Didn't matter.
I have balls in the dirt. 1 and 2.
He's Cleveland. Out of all, I actually thought it was going to be
why?
awkward.
Because I thought, what better challenge would it be to take this franchise that hadn't been nothing? Oh, great curveball
He has got a ring.
by Holman. That thing just broke. I thought he thought I was going to hit him. He's smiling all the way back to the dugout.
Twice. All right, I got another peeve of the game. Pet peeve of this game.
No pet peeves.
Not in this game?
Not in this game.
All right.
We'll save it for the 7 o'clock game.
It is not a pet peeve then. I'm talking about it. Because we're seeing them today.
Strike one. 1-1. Go ahead,
The
Mitch.
strikeouts, the throw around.
You don't like it?
Are you a third, short, second, third, or third, second, short, third?
I have no preference.
Man, I feel like I'm pretty petty right now. That bothers me to go third, second, third, or short. It does.
Swing and a miss. Strike two.
And I don't know if it's because in the big leagues that's what they do, and everybody wants to mimic big leaguers, but we don't, like in the smallest facets of the game. I have no idea if I'm making that part up, but it drives me crazy.
So let me ask you this then. If that's the case, then how about the catcher that wings it down to first base on the strikeout?
I'm okay with that.
Why? It should be,
Well, sometimes
foul tipped into the glove. Greer hangs on to it. We'll continue this riveting conversation after the break. We're going to the bottom of the third inning with the score 3-0 Eagles.
peeving. It's a peeving conversation.
Guys, talk to us about legacy. What has it been? How has it helped you continue to grow as players?
It's helped me a lot coming from a AA team. So 2 years ago, it's really helped me a lot and grow and just know my knowledge.
Legacy Performance Academy is a unique sports facility that encompasses strength training, speed and agility training, pitching lessons, hitting lessons, fielding and catcher training, a recovery room with focus on injury prevention, and youth developmental and elite high school baseball teams. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
All right. The throw to first base. I like it when the team's on the third base side. I don't mind the flip to first base. Throwing kind of behind the guy. You know what I mean?
I like it with it's a left-hander, that quick throw to first base. Lefty strikes out, bing, bang, boom. I think it's cool. Leading off for the Eagles, Easton Gain. Grounded out to the shortstop to end the first inning. Robinson on deck with the double and a run scored to get the scoring started in this game. It is 2-0. Stays inside, 3-0.
Green light.
You know, it's interesting. I don't know Coach Reeder enough yet to say yes or no, and that's a strike. I would say no. I think most high school coaches don't give the green light there, Mitch. Swing
He had it on 3-1 there.
You know, and the thing of it was a little better pitch on the 3-0, right?
Yeah, you know,
back out of play.
For me on the 3-0, it's like what's our situation here? They're up 3-0. This is your 4-hitter, 5-hitter. I'm not sure what he's hitting today, but
he's a 5-hitter.
You know,
You're correct.
He was a kid that was.
And that ball is hit into right field, back,
I thought it got him.
Over his head, off the wall. That ball just carried to the fence. And that is Vetter out there who didn't play that well at all. I think it carried much further than he thought it was going to.
Yep. Yeah, see that flag? It is still blowing out that direction, you know, out of the park. I think it just kept going, and with the way that he read it, I was like, oh, he has it, and then kept seeing him drift. I was like, yep, he's done. He got burned.
Yeah. So this brings up Robinson, who doubled, as we said, and scored, takes strike one.
But back to the 3-0 and kind of the high school settings, if you will, it's I think it's situational. This young man's been filling up the strike zone. You know, he's 3-0 on you. Go ahead and get you one. You know, but and that's if we're down 3-0, I probably take that pitch as a hitter without asking my coach's approval. I'm taking that pitch. I don't need him to tell me, you know, because I'm chasing 3 runs. And in 7-inning games, the third inning is kind of halfway point, if you will. So, you know, offensive on the plus side of that, though, if I'm winning, I think I go for it.
1-2, just off the plate. 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, he made the perfect pitch, though. He flipped a little off speed up there, which, you know, I'm looking heater, one spot, one zone. So I take it based on the pitch selection, but I like the aggressive nature.
That killed the bucket.
It did.
2-2. We'll do it again. Holt team showing up here. Line drive into right center field, cut off by the center fielder, and the throw is coming in, but not in time to get Easton Gain, who scores on the RBI single from Robinson. Robinson having himself an offensive game here, Mitch.
Yeah, what a great piece of hitting. Good barrel. I was paying attention to the base runner at second base, see kind of how he read that play, and he read that play like he had to freeze on that play, and I'm like, that thing's 10 feet over his head, bud. He could take off. He made it closer than he needed to be, the plate.
So now we see the hitter for Alex Young, who was ejected from the game last inning for arguing balls and strikes. We'll just say that.
Yep.
It is number 21. Swing and a miss. Lincoln Rockette. That's 0-2. Foul back. Out of play. I think I see Coach Hill.
I was going to tell you that in between.
I think I see Coach Hill over there, yeah. We'll have to get him over here. Runner goes. Stolen base for Robinson. 2 for 2, RBI, run scored, stolen base.
Repeat.
Get her done.
He needs to hit a homer.
Foul tipped, strike 3. Good pitch by Losing there.
Oh, yeah. This young man competes very, very well for Washington. And that's why Coach said that he's going to reward him. It's because of that way that he competed on the mound for the in the past few games in relief.
Next up, Luke Sacchetti. I think that's what messed me up. I think I misspelled it to begin with, Mitch.
That's out.
Back out of play for Sacchetti here.
That was towards your new car.
I hope not. 1-1. Mine's way down there.
I know.
I hope. Good curveball. 1-2. Just keep competing.
That's it. It's a learning opportunity for this young athlete.
Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Afternoon sun, you're starting to see it. We talked about this yesterday. This is where that left fielder's really got to work hard to see the ball off the bat, Mitch. Runner goes. Ball is high, and he is cut down. Nice job by the catcher. And Robinson is thrown out trying to steal third.
It's one of those situations, if you're going to take that bag, you better make sure it is 100% stolen.
So out number 2, and we got a 2-2 count. Curveball popped in the air.
It's going to be a tough play.
And Vetter can't get to it.
I like the aggressive nature there by Robinson trying to swipe that bag, because obviously with less than 2 outs, sac fly gets it done. You get an RBI opportunity. Oh, look at the throw by the umpire. That's 110 feet.
Look at the blue at the home plate shaking his arm out.
He didn't even warm up for that thing.
That ball is up.
You got to sign him up. Yeah, you got to sign him up, man.
Ball 4.
Heck, I forgot what we were talking about now, Brian. I was amazed with the arm. I'm giving him the player of the game right now.
So the base on balls brings up the number 9 hitter, Drew Smith, the third baseman.
They're over there talking about game changer.
Yeah, he did go. Got to watch game changer, right? That's what everybody's using right now.
That's what everybody's using. I don't think there is any other option. Well, there is iScore, I think.
Yeah, iScore's out there.
But getting back to the base running there from, if you're not that green light guy or that super fast guy, you've got to make sure that bag, your odds are 98%. Like you got to slip and fall, and that's the thing is like a guy like me can steal third base, but if I'm going, I better be safe. Else coach is going to chew me out.
1-2, Losing. Fouled back out of play by Smith. We're going to do it again, 1-2. And, Robinson, I don't know. I didn't see if he got a good jump or not, but, it really wasn't close, Mitch.
It wasn't. I actually thought he had a decent jump, but I'm not so sure that he was far enough off the bag even.
Good fastball from Losing there. Gets the strikeout, ends the inning, but not before Liberty scores another one. We're going to the top of the 4th inning. Eagles 4, Blue Jays nothing.
What better feeling than watching your son or daughter pitch their best game, catch the game-winning out, or crush a stand-up double? That comes with talent, long hours of hard work that got them there. That's exactly where Legacy Performance Academy comes in, matching the hours of work, drive, and dedication to help your athlete build a legacy that lasts. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
Looking forward to the next matchup between Fort Zumwalt East and Holt, Wentzville Holt High School. I have not seen Holt this year. Obviously, pay attention to them being a Wentzville guy, being in the area. Rooting for some of those kids over there. Now that I don't coach against them, I can root for them. Mr. Lasser and Mr. Edgar. I almost called him Frankie Edgar. That's a UFC guy. But love what Coach Hill does over there at Fort Zumwalt East. So I'm expecting another good game tonight under the lights between Fort Zumwalt East and Wentzville Holt. Need my play-by-play, guys. I need him back. I need you to hurry. Yeah, I need him to hurry. I'm going to tell his mom on him. I know she's listening. Yep, Mama French, you got to get on that guy because he leaves me hanging. Attaboy. I said that a boy. Way to hang in there. I got to sometimes remember that I'm not supposed to cheer for that stuff. Oh, I need that. Come on down. Come on down. No. The announcer, the PA guy for today, was killing it on the play-by-play that just happened. See, yep. We need that experience. Back to back. Hey, I got that one right. I said at the same time you did. See how I'm avoiding the play-by-play right now by talking to the producing staff? Next guy's got to do it. Just go for it. Yeah, maybe I'll get excited and call my best Joe Rogan. I have no idea where we're at. I'm not even keeping score for Brian. Runners at first and second for Washington. Nobody out. Number 34. Oh, here we go. Hey, don't you wait. If I can just give any kind of advice to the young men out there playing baseball, don't rely on your coach to tell you when to go. One down for the Washington Blue Jays.
Mitch, we got some action going here, bro.
We do. I had to try to do my best play-by-play, and I'm telling you, I am not good at it. So I'm going to go next time and get the coaches or anybody that's in between innings.
That's fine. I'll let you do it.
Yeah, because I didn't keep books for you either. The first two guys got hit by pitches, and you just had a fly-out F9. So that's your situational.
2 HBPs, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I can remember that. I just can't call it well.
There's a little art to it.
There is. I'm good, man.
Not as easy as it looks.
And we got a 1-1 count.
I got nervous, too.
We got Coach Russ Hill joining us from Fort Zumwalt East here in the booth. Getting ready to play the nightcap. Swing and a miss. Vetter goes down. That's a good one to get back to. 2 outs now. Coach, you were just telling me, kind of explaining. I'm going to bring that down for you so it ain't in your face. How's the team looking?
Yeah, we're looking good.
Yeah?
We're looking good. We're, it's a good start for us. I can't, I can't get too excited. I'm trying to stay even keel with the whole journey. I tell my boys, don't get too high, don't get too low. So it's a long season. So yeah, I think 12-5. We've had a good start, so it's fine. Yeah, it's good.
I will be honest, and you know me. Oh, base hit.
There you go.
And Coach holds the runner at third. Burns, I don't think is burning up the base pass. No offense to Mr. Burns, but
well done.
What's that?
Well done, sir. I don't know if you meant to do that. But
And
yeah,
did you like that?
Yeah, I hope
It worked.
But that goes back to just the IQ in sports. Without, he's looking for his coach to send him on that tag play, that deep fly ball to right field. He didn't tag in advance from second to third on that fly ball, and that would have been a run scoring opportunity there for Washington.
When we were talking at the in the preview at the beginning of the season, I was out at the opener. You guys played a nice game against Parkway South. I haven't seen you since, really. But I was looking at this. I didn't know what we talked. We didn't know what kind of pitching you guys were going to have. It was kind of we'll see. So I think you guys have had a really nice start with some of the question marks with your pitching staff.
Yeah, they've definitely stepped up, and that's what it takes for sure. Guys stepping up, and we've had really good outings from a handful of guys, honestly, and to be quite honest, it really hurt us dropping those two to Liberty when we kind of feel like maybe those guys kind of. I don't want to say got lucky because then it sounds a little, like your grandma. But we kind of gave those two away, and anytime you beat yourself, you go away shaking your head. So, but it is what it is. They, they got us, and we bounced back on a good game against DeSmet, so that was helpful.
That's a good win.
Yeah, it's got to be a real good win.
Yeah.
So this is my first time getting a chance to see you tonight. Coach Hill, what can we expect out of your guys?
Well, with a weird night like this, we have a half day at school, so the boys got out at 11:55 a.m., and it's a 7 p.m. game, so your guess, Mitch, might be better than my guess what we're going to get tonight. But I certainly hope they're picking up where they left off against DeSmet because we pitched pretty well and defended really well. Didn't hit great, but what could you expect? Well, Pyle's on the mound, so he's kind of our normal Wednesday guy. He's had really good outings. He even had a really good outing against Liberty. I left him in too long, and I took that bullet on Wednesday. But
did you leave him in too long, or did you let him learn a little bit more?
No, honestly, I left him in. I got to take the bullet. I told my guys after the game too, like I'll look in the mirror and I'll take that one because we wanted him to switch with our shortstop because we do kind of this thing on Wednesday where Noah Foster plays short, and then when BP's done, Noah Foster comes in and finishes the game and does a good job for us. However, BP was rolling, with like 65 pitches going in, 70 pitches, and we were like, and I just didn't get Noah warmed up, and I dropped the ball on managing the bullpen, and we had to throw in a guy kind of out of the pen, out of the dugout, and he didn't have a great outing, and then next thing you know, they put a bunch of runs on there. So, no, it was me. It was me,
You got to respect that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And we bounced back with 6 runs in the 7th, so we made it interesting and tied it up, but we just kind of gave that game away.
I like what you did there because not a lot of coaches will reflect. And so that's a learning opportunity, I think, for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like even players in themselves, even though you may look in the mirror and you go, hey, that's on me today, maybe there's an opportunity for those young men to say, hey, coach, don't forget about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And saying, hey, don't forget that I still pitch. Our guy normally get ready.
Yeah.
We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning, score 4-1. Washington gets one. We're going to stay here with Coach Hill and talk a little bit more here. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, no, I mean, to answer your question in a long-winded, I'm not really sure, Mitch, what we're going to get tonight. Hopefully, we're missing an infielder today. Noah Foster won't be with us, but so we got guys, to be quite frank, playing out of position today. But sometimes that's high school ball, and sometimes you just got to lace them up and be a baseball player and just go with it. So some guys got some opportunities to play in some different positions, not because we necessarily want to, but because we're kind of forced to today. So hopefully we hit a little bit and defend it. And, I think BP should go pretty deep in the game. And hopefully he's not too amped up for this night game and he just stays calm and does his thing.
You guys got rained out last night, correct, Coach?
We did.
And so you were kind of telling me you got a little bit of a gauntlet because of that coming up for you guys. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, no, so we're in the Zumwalt North tournament this weekend, so we got 5 games in the next 4 days. So we play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So yeah, it's going to be and we're missing 2 pitchers, so it's going to be an opportunity. We're going to bring up some young guys to throw over the weekend and just, kind of see how it goes.
You got to pick it, right? And who knows? With injuries, these are things that we deal with. You might not. You might have a sophomore that comes up that you're not paying attention to and comes out, throws a gem, and say that might be a guy that can give me an inning in district play.
Yeah, I like that.
Nice play.
It'd be hard to throw that kid out.
Yep.
He sure
That's
did.
a nice play.
That is a nice play. Tyler can run too.
Yes, he can. Austin's fast. That's number 10 over there at second base, Mason Thies for Washington. I like that. That is the thought process. And giving these young guys an opportunity at the varsity level sometimes, see how they respond.
Yeah, for sure.
pressure.
And like for example tonight we got some guys playing out of position, and it is what it is. I talked to them about it, and it's just the position that we're in, and let's not use it as an excuse. Use it as an opportunity, and let's just go with it. The fact that we got 5 games in 4 days, like there's other teams that have that. So, just compete. There's a barrel.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, Boots. Oh, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did he get past the
Yep.
center field? He
Yep.
did. I looked down, and he's going to get all the way into third base on the error by the center fielder.
That's probably going to leave a mark on his thigh, too. I heard it from here at his thigh.
So Bryce Haynes with the, and that's where that scores at home. If you're scoring at home, that's the single
Single error, yeah.
and the reaching third base on the error.
2 bags. 2 base error.
I would have probably got Jackson Carter thrown out at home on that play.
Just go for it.
That's all right, Coach. He's got to make a perfect throw. Vetter's got a play on that. He's got a big arm. This is going to be a great play at the plate.
Yeah, he's safe.
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 Oh, ho, ho, ho. What a throw by Henry Vetter,
It was a great play.
making that close. But Haynes just under the tag. That's a great call. He was
Yeah,
safe.
he was safe. That was a
What a
great
play.
call.
That was
Great
fun.
Play.
I will tell you, I think what missed that play is that young man did not get behind the baseball and come through it. He kind of caught it off his back foot and let it eat. He comes through that just a little bit. I guarantee that's a better dot, to get him out there.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch it tonight. I actually, when you hit me with the half-day school thing, it kind of reminds me of that midweek college game when you're heading out to I coached at WashU, so let's let you, Greenville, 2 hours away. You kind of, what do you do with your time?
Right.
And I'm interested because obviously these are young kids. You got to say, hey, go home and do the right thing. Do you go home, take a nap? Does it ruin? Do you go lift weights?
Yep.
What do you do with this 7-hour wait time? I saw that you got to the park a little bit early. Was that the normal scheduled time that you got here?
No, we got out and hit a little bit out there, so get the blood flow a little bit. But this game, it's hard to kind of time. When you're the night game like this, it's hard to kind of gauge, and just go straight from the. It's hard to do. But
first game today ran late. Is why we're here. But we caught up. And then the game, the nightcap actually went well. The Warrenton, they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
Have you guys got them yet, or is that
Warrenton?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it out there on a weekend game. So we did. Yeah.
Well, folks, that ends the bottom of the 4th inning. Score 5-1. Coach, I will say this. Mr. Cleathermos was over here. I talked to him a little bit. He was watching ball, so he was doing good. He's over here watching some baseball, staying out of trouble. There you go.
Yeah, I hope you're right. We'll have to see. I might have to.
I talked to him
stop
for
back
a
in.
few minutes there, so he's all good.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Coach, thanks for taking the time to stop by. See us, man. We're looking forward to this.
Sure.
I haven't seen you play. We're going to have to maybe The district play, everything that you guys got coming up, I think this is a good opportunity to see,
Yeah, see some
where
guys.
you're at.
Yeah.
Get through some of the injuries. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Night game, black uniforms with yellow pinstripes.
I know.
Brian's favorite.
I know.
I told him when I went over. He said he
gotta
finally
wear
just
the
gave
dark
in.
uniforms.
Yeah, it was.
Are you not a pinstripe guy either?
Well, I'm a little old school, and I say a couple things. One, it reminds me of the Yankees, obviously, back in the day. Two, if you wear pinstripes, you got to be good. So I told the guys a couple years ago, you can't be. You can't be. You got to be good.
I agree with that
I
statement.
would
gave
love
in a
to
couple
play for
years.
you, though. You got black and yellow. It makes me look slender.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, I think they'd call me the Murder Hornet or something.
There you go.
If I was, that would be my nickname for you guys.
Yeah, no. So I gave in a couple years ago, and unfortunately, it is what it is, I guess.
Coach, appreciate it. Good to see you as always.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Good luck, Coach. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, good seeing you. Good seeing you. Yeah, thanks.
You won't hear me, but I will be rooting.
Not like this guy down here.
Terrible.
That's fine.
Mike.
Nobody heard me. Nobody heard me. Ryan Cassabaum now, who has struck out twice. Swing and a miss, strike one. One and one. We'll have Mitch run down Coach Perkle for us here shortly.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, he went.
You know, it was funny because he took off, and I was like, what do I do? I was like, I don't have none of the stats in front of me. I was like, well, I'm going to wing it. And then I just started talking to them in the background and trying to get advice, and he did way better than I did.
A swing and a miss. Greer inside it. Out number one.
And I always thought it'd be cool to do like play-by-play, and then I realized I am not good at it. Now, I'm not confident. And I was comfortable with being uncomfortable. I'm used to that. I was a 15-year-old dad, so
There you go.
I had to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Number 18, Ryan Williams,
It's probably why I succeeded at baseball.
who was out on batter's interference and struck out, and now has grounded to the second baseman for out number two.
Is that a Sunday or a cherry?
That's the old Sunday hop.
Sunday.
You cherry pick in basketball. You get the Sunday hop in baseball.
Cherry pick.
You know what cherry picking is?
Well, that's like getting to pick like somebody.
No. Cherry picking is you don't run down to the other end of the court. You stand down at your offensive end, and that's the second time Mr. Burns has been hit by a pitch. They don't want to pitch to him. You just stand out, and then when you get the rebound, they throw it down. You're cherry picking, and you get the score.
Okay.
So you cherry pick in basketball, you get the Sunday hop in baseball. With me? Good with that?
I am.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure.
I didn't. I never heard that in the terms of basketball, to be honest with you.
Ball one to Ben Galinas, first baseman. Burns hit that single, and they've hit him twice since. Ground ball through the hole. On it quickly is the right fielder, Bryce Haynes. Burns at second. Galinas at first. Ethan Rowe now, the DH, who walked and has flown out to right field. That is strike one to Rowe. If you want to, Coach Perkle's down right there if you want to go grab him.
I will. I had to get back to the cherry hop to make sure that that's actually something I've heard before.
1-1 to the what?
Cherry hop.
Oh, okay.
Both runners move up there for Washington. These are things that I wanted to make sure I had it right, and the things that I always thought it was
I'm with you.
from my coaching staff, because I've heard Sundays, I've heard charity hops, right? I've heard charity
hops.
So
now that's familiar.
Yeah. So cherry hop is a thing. It's a sport definition, if you will, and it's the same thing that all the other ones are. It's basically just takes a high predictable bounce, makes it easy to field.
There you go.
In a nutshell. However,
like the old can of corn fly ball.
Yeah, exactly. So here's what I didn't know. There's a gravy hop, and there was a Hollywood hop.
Okay.
So now I'm interested in why it's a gravy hop.
That's the strikeout swinging. Sorry, Mitch. We'll come back to that. For Ty Holman gets Rowe to end the inning. We're going to the bottom of the fifth inning. Score 5-1 Liberty.
REP has a full marketing team focused on the micro business owner and entrepreneur. Digital marketing at a professional level should be accessible and affordable to the micro business community. Our team is here to provide that for your business. Contact Red Earth Productions at 636-400-3199, located out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
We'd like to thank our sponsor, Legacy Performance Academy, for supporting Youth Baseball Midwest on our live streams here. We love to build these partnerships, and we appreciate their support in allowing us to come out to venues such as this and bring you high school baseball. And this has been a good baseball game here. 5-1. Liberty lead. Ben Losing has been pitching pretty well for this team. Been in the bullpen, has strike one here, and he's got on the day 4 Ks. And that ball is going to get down in the gap. And it's another extra base hit. Quick throw, and it gets away. And it's going to go in the dugout. That's where Losing's got to get behind that bag for that to not happen. But Easton Gain leads off with a triple and scores on the ball going into the dugout on the throw and gives another run here to this Liberty squad. Come on in, Coach. You can have a seat right there. We'll give you Mitch's seat.
He's the one who summoned me.
Yeah. Well, he ain't here. Let's make sure that's on. We have Coach Trey Perkle joining us here in the booth now from Holt High School. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing well. It's a beautiful evening for baseball. Can't
Right.
beat baseball under the lights either.
I know, right?
I'm getting really excited for it.
That does send Ben Losing to the bench. He pitched very well. We'll get some numbers for him right there. But Coach, when we talked in the preview, had some ups and downs. Some few things you weren't quite sure about. A little bit of a slow start.
Sure,
You're kind of finding a little footing right now, though, aren't you?
Yeah, I think we're starting to hit our stride, and the warm weather definitely helps. But yeah, still trying to figure out pretty much our identity. But pitchers are throwing a lot more strikes, and that always helps, as you know. And I expect the bats to come alive tonight, so should be a good showing from the offense as well.
Absolutely. your guys in the middle, they've been pretty consistent. Chase
yeah.
Lassiter's been hitting and whatnot. We're going to see Dalton Hosack. Have you has Kyle Edgar pitched much at all this year?
No, actually not at all. He's kind of been a staple for us out in the outfield, but you get in for a treat tonight because he'll be at third base. And we'll see him on the infield. And then just going back to the hitters, Nate Cruz has been hitting the cover off the ball for us and has been producing runs in every variety, a couple triples, a couple home runs. I think he's nearing 20 RBIs already as we're halfway through the season.
That is big, and he's hitting for you in the 3-hole tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he is.
Talk to us about the bottom half of your order with your DH, Ketterman, Griffin, and Hunt.
Yeah.
Have they been producing? Are you still looking for guys to fill those roles?
Yeah, I think they're still trying to get their sea legs, if you will, at this varsity level. I mean, we know that the pitching in this league is no joke, and we've seen guys be able to fill up the zone and work corners and do all the little things right, and you know how hard hitting a baseball is. So I think they're starting to come around. They're getting the swing of it, if you will, and I expect them to be in the mix as we move forward. But yeah, a little bit of a slow start, but defense will keep you in the lineup for sure. So that's what we've got to have. You know how important that is to have plays being made behind you.
You know, you knew you were going to have some ups and downs with some young players.
Sure.
What do you think it's going to take? You know, how as far as finding, you said, your identity.
Mm-hmm.
What is that going to take here as you kind of go down the home stretch, working towards districts, and putting yourself in position to be competitive there?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we're all familiar with how much of a grind baseball is in general, and then you throw in 35, 36 games in the mix. Just keeping that switch on, staying ready from pitch 1 to pitch whatever in the 7th inning. We've got to find a way to. Oh, did he make that play?
Boy, I thought he
had it.
Couldn't quite hold on to it.
But we're just we got to find a way to keep the switch on. We got to turn it on for the full 7. We can't wait till the 3rd to turn it on. And we know how quickly this game moves and how quick it feels when you're the one at the plate or you're the one on the mound making those pitches. And we've got to find a way to slow the game down for us while keeping that switch on, if that makes sense. So that's been the talk with our team of just finding a way to go into game mode and go into game mode from pitch 1.
You know, you guys got rained out last night. The deluge came down there for about an hour.
45 minutes, and we made the call. I felt confident, and then I drove home in the sunshine, and I was like, we definitely could have played, but here we are. That's why we keep Thursday open. So we'll get our other conference game against East tomorrow at our place. So, but yeah, weather's always crazy here in the spring. That's for sure.
Zumwalt East, they present a challenge. How? You know, when you're talking to your players, you know, you're getting that. You're facing one of the teams here that is ahead of you in the conference, and a team that's had a really good start. That's a tough play going back on it.
Wow.
Oh, and makes the catch.
Great footwork. Stayed with it.
Heck of a nice play by the left fielder out there. Ryan Williams.
It was a great play by him. Yeah, Zumwalt East, and we know they they throw the ball well, they fill up the zone. So offense, the message is stay in attack mode because he's going to try and get ahead with that first pitch. So we need to be ready for it. And I was just talking with my assistants of we need to stay in attack mode at the plate. We got to stay in attack mode. And we know that they're going to throw the ball well, and they don't make many mistakes. So we're going to have to do the little things right tonight, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Coach, you know, you got these 3 guys, Edgar, Lassiter, Hosack. How have they been working with these young guys, their leadership qualities? What have you seen from them?
Sure, yeah. I've been pretty impressed with them as they've kind of taken these guys who are experienced varsity baseball for the first time under their wing and showing them how it's done, how to do it the Holt way, like we talked in the preview earlier in the season, what it means to be a varsity baseball player and what that looks like day in and day out. It is a grind, even at practice. Even those recovery days, those off days are just as important for the development for our performance. So they're really just showing them how to maintain your body throughout the course of the season and what it means to be locked in every single pitch. I've been very impressed with them as they've kind of grown into that leadership role as well.
I see the big dog behind me there, Mitch. Mitch, what you got for Coach Perkle?
I guess I got to get on the microphone.
Yeah.
What do I got for Coach Perkle? Well, I've known Coach Perkle for a long time, so I got to ask if he's still catching for the printers.
I still am, yeah.
Still doing it,
I've got some innings in these knees left. We start beginning of next month, so I'm looking forward to that for sure. Still getting behind the plate. Can't give it up.
Do you get back there with?
I see this. It's catchers in
Yeah,
the booth with
that's
me.
right.
Do you get back there with Lassiter, try to show him up a little bit?
You know I do.
You have to,
You
right?
know I do.
With a mustache like this, man, he's got to get
You
back
know
there.
I'm back
I
there
love it.
catching bullpens in inter squad. No, it's a good time. I can't give it up.
I enjoy watching a couple of those. I guess they're now seniors. Lassiter's a senior, correct?
Yes,
and
sir.
Edgar's
Yes, sir.
a senior.
It's crazy.
I can remember my first year at Timberland was on the freshman squad,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember having a conversation with you. You kept them down
Yep.
at the freshman level, trying to build that group up, and that was a heck of a team that you had back then. And I thought that there
Yeah.
was going to be a problem for you guys when they become seniors. And I did some of the move to North Point. Did that change some of those kids?
We didn't have too much transfer. We had a couple guys, a handful of guys, but with the 14 seniors that we have right now, I would imagine they comprised a lot of that freshman team. So we didn't have too many guys make that move. But with a group as big as you have with this senior group, I would imagine they were pretty much the whole roster.
We had a blast
stuck together.
We weren't paying attention to what varsity was doing, so no offense there, but we had a little rivalry in that season that was pretty quick because we beat them in the tournament that Timberland hosts, and then they beat us in the G.A.C. finals for the freshman finals. And
That was a fun one too.
it was, and Edgar, I always call him Frankie for some dumb reason, which is a UFC guy, but Kyle, and he had back then he had a dirty slider.
Oh, yeah.
So I know last year he didn't pitch much for you, right?
He didn't log a bunch of innings last year, and he actually hasn't seen any time on the mound this year just because he's been such a staple for us in center field. We miss him when he's not there. He'll be at third base tonight, and actually I'll give you a preview. He has been throwing a few bullpens in practice, so you might see another Kedger appearance later on in the later half of this season. And we'll see if that slider's still working, right?
Yeah, is that due to injury or just because it is the need of him playing defensively?
Nothing injury related. There was like a knee at one point, but it wasn't anything significant. It just we need him in center, and he's kind of like solidified the top of the lineup for us, and kind of doing both. We made the decision that it was just more valuable to us to have him in the lineup every day and playing in center field. And we know if you go out, you throw 95 or 105. The arm is hanging a little bit the next day, and we just had to have him out there. So if he does come and throw a few more innings for us in the later half of this season, it'll probably be on a shorter leash instead of trying for complete games or anything. Maybe an inning or two spot here or there.
I can remember a district game, which I didn't realize he was a good outfielder because he played shortstop up until this point. I believe it was his sophomore year when we had you a district championship. Maybe it was at your place. He made the 2 catches on the wall.
Oh yeah.
That was sophomore year, right?
Sophomore year, I believe that is correct. Yeah,
Those
was
were 2 massive plays that he made.
Huge
for you guys.
Huge. He's just a big game competitor for sure. A shame.
Yeah, I enjoyed competing against those young guys, and I've always been a fan of Chase behind the dish. He's obviously a fellow catcher.
Oh, yeah.
I said something to him one day about something he did behind the plate. I ran my mouth to him as I was walking by, and just fun, And he got me back, and I was like, oh, man, this is pretty cool. So then I of course, when you have a guy ribbing you back, I loved it. And then he was dating a girl that was on my softball team in Mashmet, and that whole thing that you call that a few years back. But so I got to meet that young group, and I'm excited to watch them today because I haven't seen you play this year.
Well, we're excited to be here. I appreciate you guys having me up in the booth as well.
Absolutely, Coach. I appreciate it. First time we got you in the preview, really enjoyed the conversation. Thought it was great. Looking forward to the game tonight. Good luck to you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure. And fellow catchers, Mitch he's going to do that.
That's funny. So there was a period in time where he was on a Printers team with Dean Street, and him were the tandem as catchers, and Coach Street was at Bowling Green and won a state championship up there with softball. He was a great catcher himself, so they had a tandem that you had to deal with over there at the Printers, and we had some good battles late in my playing days. So that's how I first met him. Yep, as you see, it's quite common amongst the coaches, and when I get to the ballpark.
I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, so this is the joy. People ask me why I do this, and it's like I get to see faces I played with, played against, and then
Capizzi coming around to score, and Bryce into second, and that ball's away, and he's going to take third on the throw that gets away from the second baseman. It's offline a little bit. Sorry to interrupt you there,
No,
Mitch.
you can see it. It's us. I'm looking over at the coaches. The first thing I always want to do when you talk about a young, inexperienced team is I look over and see how coaches handle it, because I sometimes need to have advice, so I watch them, how they manage the emotions. You got one coach that's got some high anxiety over there. He's tapping that concrete block over there rapidly.
Yeah. And Waldron hammers one, but caught by the left fielder to end the inning, but not before Liberty tacks on four more runs, and goes up 9-1 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. We'll be right back.
Who has time to create a video or digital marketing plan when you're busy running your micro or small business? Time is precious, and what we offer as a video production and digital marketing company is our service, studio, and creative skill. Identify your brand on any platform with video. Contact Red Earth Productions at 636-400-3199, located out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
Checking on some scores around the G.A.C's. The first one I pulled up because I am on their game changer. As we talked about it earlier, the Fort Zumwalt West Varsity Jaguars lose 8-5 to Timberland Wolves, bringing the record for Timberland at 10-13. That's a big win. We saw the big win yesterday by Francis Howell Central over Francis Howell. I'm getting ready to tune into that game to see how that kind of went. But Coach Zarin and the Wolves, that's gotta be exciting. I didn't see who was on the bump and who did what, because I know that they got rained out yesterday. So I'm gonna envision that it's Richie Swain was on the bump. Try to keep his Tuesday scheduled starts. At least that's what I'm going with there, Brian.
Absolutely. Sorry, Mitch.
Oh, it's good. I'm doing the same thing you're doing, trying to do two things at once.
Ground ball.
Nice play.
Foul. Vetter.
That was a tough play.
Missed that. I was looking at some. Foul back. Who else we got there, Mitch? What other scores we got, Bob?
Yep, I got just looked up the Francis Howell Central games. Like we talked about yesterday, Howell Central beat the Vikings at home 7-6. The Francis Howell Vikings returned the favor and beat them 5-0 at home.
So they split.
So
that's the first conference loss for the for Howell Central. They're 5-1. They were 4-0 going into.
Did they have Troy their first weekend out? Because I felt like I'd have remembered if they lost to West, because I think West and Howell are the face of the.
Howell Central had played, I believe they'd played. I think it was Troy, and they'd played Timberland.
Yep, they returned the favor. I still think that
was a good one.
We
That
got to
was a good
schedule
one.
again next year because something's got to give. 2 walk-off wins or something.
Strike 3. Ty Holman continues on the mound. That is his 8th strikeout of the game, Mitch.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how long he would be going. I'd imagine he's got to be close to his pitch count, but he's feeling it today, for Liberty.
Swing and a miss. Mason Thies, who has singled and struck out. He's 1 for 2. What are we thinking here? There's been some good offense here from the. I like Easton Gain has had. He's 2 for 3. He's got a double, a triple, and 2 runs scored here, Mitch. But we also, we're looking at Waldron, who's got a triple, a single, 2 RBIs, and a ground ball past the diving Capizzi, gets off right off his glove.
Overran it a little bit, or over. What I don't even know what the word I would use. That's how smart I am on the microphone.
So
he overdove.
Maybe. I think that
overdove.
I don't know if he overdove, but that
Overdove.
That turf will make you slide a little extra.
I need some help, man. Is that even a Holman's coming out?
That's it for Holman. After the single by Thies, he pitched a dandy of a game, 5 1/3.
That's my
8 Ks.
Yeah, that's my POG for Liberty. I think you can give it to an offensive guy and a defensive guy, a pitcher. I think that's his first time out. It was like first start, right? Correct?
Holman's?
Yeah, first start.
No, he's had.
Couple starts? Is it just he's coming back from injury?
Well, he'd been coming back from injury from last year, from the previous year, but he was working back from the. He'd gone through the rehab. This was his 6th start of the season.
Oh,
But he'd only gone 17 2/3. He was 0-2, and so that's what I'm saying. So it looks like
I missed that earlier when Coach was talking about that. I thought he had 6 appearances. I misunderstood, so that's my apologies.
Josh Pierce is now on the mound here for Liberty.
To touch base again, did you get this young man that's on the bump? Did you get him in? I wasn't paying attention, so I apologize if you announced the new pitcher.
Josh Pierce.
Okay. Thanks. I just needed to make sure I heard you.
You're okay.
I wanted to hear your voice again.
That wasn't weird.
It's only weird if you make it weird, or smile.
And the thing of it is here, Mitch, Ty Holman only gave up 2 hits in the ballgame.
Yeah, I feel like that's my POG. He had some walks, though, didn't he? He had a few walks early.
Some hit by pitch. I liked his performance. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'd like to see him and Waldron. I think they've been the catalyst for this team.
You want to bring up 2 offensive guys instead?
No, I like the
Okay.
O.
I
I
got-
like the O and the D.
I got you. OD.
So
ODO.
Bachmeyer. One and 1. 2 and 1.
Little more G.A.C. North action. Hal North yesterday beat Troy 3-0, and Troy Buchanan is top of 4, is up 3-0 on Hal North.
Troy's been struggling, Mitch.
Yep. Oh, that's a good move.
2 and 2. It is for the lefty. He had him diving back.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, me fooled. I looked over. Athletics beat the Cardinals 6-3.
Oh, wow. Must be a travel day, early day. Yeah,
It was. Yeah, it was a
getaway day.
2 o'clock start, something like that. And somebody said I like to debate, of course. And Steven Matz going into this game had like a sub-1 or sub-2 ERA, so he was pitching well. But
Little bloop off the bat. Caught by Robinson at second base.
Going into this series, Oakland was 7-9, and actually, believe it or not, was like second or third in the standings over there.
Yes.
And
they were
had
only a game behind.
Yeah,
out of first.
And so like people going into this series like, oh, we should beat up on Oakland. I'm like, man, they're still pretty good. They're young, but Ross Stripling pitched well first game, and
here is Andrew Elbert, the shortstop. I've really enjoyed watching this young man play. He's played very well defensively, Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
Missed that line drive. You got the ducks.
That's
I
geese.
see that.
That's geese.
That's geese. All right.
Yeah, that's gooses.
It's a foul. Get it? And they were in foul territory.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Stay alert for foul balls. Now that's actually terrible. That's a terrible comment.
Oh, mercy.
Don't smell those.
And we got, I believe, a 3-0 count here, too. Now. 3-0.
Hey, man, it's the Shrek move.
And he hit him.
That's a fifth guy today.
Yeah.
That they've got over there. Fifth or sixth?
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5. They've had 5 hit by pitch reach, but it hasn't come back to bite them. Let's see if it does in this inning. We got 2 on and 2 out. Thies at second. Elbert at first. Got some more scores?
Who's on third?
I don't know. Get it?
I think
That's true. I don't know.
Oh,
That's who's on third.
you were going with it.
Who's on first? I don't know. Third base.
The Abbott Costello.
It's classic. I love that. Scores? Are we good?
Yeah, St. Charles West beats Orchard Farm. Titus, you're welcome. I know you're listening to the show. I call it Farms because there's a lot of that out there, but they win 6-5. St. Charles West wins 6-5 over Orchard Farm.
Those were 2 good ball games, Mitch. 2 good teams, really.
Yep.
0-2 to Ryan Cassabaum. So West gets back on the winning track. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Greer. Comes up, fires a strike to the first baseman with the cannon. And that ends the threat. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Score 9-1 Eagles.
Who has time to create a video or digital marketing plan when you are busy running your micro or small business? Time is precious, and what we offer as a video production and digital marketing company is our service, studio, and creative skill. Identify your brand on any platform with video. Contact Red Earth Productions at 636-400-3199, located out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
As I'm trying to look for some scores around the G.A.Cs, I was looking for that Warrenton North Point score. I haven't quite found the game changers for both just yet. I think I found North Point, so I might have an update for you there. But as I was searching through, there's a Warrenton, Oregon.
Really?
And you want to guess what their mascot is?
The Warriors.
It is. They're winning, by the way, that Warrenton, Oregon team. I'm not sure if it looks like. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that Warrenton North Point game. It's got them showing that the game is set to be live right now. It's 0-0, but I don't see any action that says that it's delayed. So.
3-3 top of the 9th.
Is that on Twitter? Okay. Oh, that's right. Troy does put on this tournament. Right?
That's G.A.C. stuff you're talking about.
Yeah, this event, the G.A.C. Classic, is that a Troy led?
Jason Green does.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is just a regular season conference game with that. I don't see Troy putting that on there.
I'm with you. I just always see their staff and the admissions people. And it seems like a lot of the.
But you said Elmendorf is where now? North Point. He's at North Point. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he put me in a baseball coach for Troy, became assistant principal, and then left to go be an assistant principal at North Point.
Heads up. That one came back and almost got her in the back of the head.
Jake Greer is now 1-2. Ball in the dirt, 2-2. So 3-3 top of the ninth. That's
Another gem.
another good one. And after we saw North Point struggle and give up a lot of runs last night, they've played some better baseball tonight.
That's what I did. If you watch the player of the games, and I asked the young man in Bright Elk from North Point, I said, how do you respond? He said, we will. I had said, if
Foul
you respond,
tip into the glove.
He goes, we will respond.
There you go.
That's a way
to. That was Peyton Burdell.
Yep. And so he responded.
Gotta love that. Don't get down, just go respond. I like that.
Respond.
Easton Gain now, who has, as we said, is 2 for 3. Double, triple, scored both times. Pops up on the infield. Shortstop taking control. Elbert, nice play. Doing what a shortstop should do.
Catch it.
That's right, baby.
Winfield Warriors take down the St. Charles Varsity Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
They beat them 12-10.
Oh, 1-run game.
2 runs.
2 runs, 12-10. Sorry. Yep. Yeah, I can't math.
It's okay. I don't math either.
Math is hard.
Mathing.
1-0 to number 11 here. Pinch hitting. Excuse me, for Jacob Robinson.
I think I got them all. I think I got both G.A.C. North.
Pasillas swing and a miss. Two balls, 1 strike. Popped down the line, and it's going to drop fair in front of Vetter. And Pasillas, pinch hitting for Robinson, gets the hit.
That's good for Javi. He hasn't had many reps this year for Liberty. Greer's the guy that's in front of him. Javi catches and plays some infield. He's another one of the guys. He plays for our 17U team for the USA Prime.
There you
so
go.
I had a chance to see him all winter long. Good little player.
That's a good piece of hitting. Balls away, didn't try and do too much with it.
Yeah, make the best of your opportunities. When you got a guy like Greer playing in front of you, or the infielders that you got playing in front of you, and sometimes you're just a casualty of good players. That is part of the game, and
especially in some of these big schools,
yep.
Mitch.
And hey, maybe this year you need to shag some fly balls and become an outfielder if that's what the need is, and that's where some of these middle of your team skill set wise, that's where they may find themselves, and you got to be willing to do whatever it takes to get on the field.
Ethan Griffith now batting for Lincoln Rockette. I like this. Coach Reeder getting some guys some at bats here in this game. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's inside, 3-1. I like this. That's one of the good things. You have a deep bench. This is an opportunity for these guys to get some swings, as you said.
You never know when you might rely on one of these guys late in the year for conference play, district play, you name it. It's some of these schools are one injury away, and if you don't get those guys those reps, it could be shocking, if you will, once you get into district play.
Absolutely.
Got him.
Ooh. A little better throw, and he's there. He's done. Number 16 on deck. Carson Scroggin, strike 3. There are opportunities there, and those were good pitches. Swing.
Did you say good? Those were cookies, Brian. And these are the moments, and we'll talk about it when we come back.
We're going to the top of the 7th inning, score 9-1, Eagles.
Digital marketing is about cultivating a brand-conscious customer or consumer. However, you cannot cultivate this mindset or relationship without being conscious of your own brand or how someone relates to it. Training and support and development have allowed us to be the right digital marketing team for your micro-business. Contact Red Earth Productions at 636-400-3199, located out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
You could probably got time to as a young man that doesn't have many opportunities in a season, one of the things that I can try to encourage young athletes and parents, look for your moment to shine there. Don't worry about getting a walk or, the best thing you could do is swing hard in case you kind of hit it. That's my best advice because you don't get those many opportunities. So working a walk there, it's not going to help your case. Go out there and hack. That's what I would like to suggest to all the young athletes around. It's got some defensive changes. I'm not exactly sure what they are. They didn't announce them to us, but there looks like there's some players that have moved around for Liberty. First pitch strike, that's the way you like to see it started. It's a fair ball. Down the line, getting it caught in that corner. We got a play. Nope, didn't take it. Nice throw. Nice throw by the left fielder. I need help on the left fielder, guys. We got a name. The left fielder for Liberty has a cannon. Nice throw. I didn't take the scorebook as Brian. Yeah, I can't either. As Brian went to go get the lineup card, left fielder just made a nice throw. Do you by chance know his name? Brian's back.
Left field?
Yeah, who's the left fielder for Liberty?
In left field for Liberty is Luke Sacchetti. We got an out? No outs.
No outs. Young man just led the inning off with a ball that stayed inside the baseline down there at third base, got caught up in that corner and just shot towards back towards the infield. And he come up and put a good throw at second base that held him to a single. I feel like that was a pretty good call.
That was a good call.
I should have had that kind of confidence.
Popped up, Burns into right field, and the catch is made by number 12, Bryce Haynes. See, sometimes it's just I'm still learning myself, Mitch.
I have one for you. This was always a rule that I have conflicted information on it. And I'm not going to give you what I think it is. So I'll wait for you first to answer it. Fly ball. I'll wait for after this pitch, but
1 out.
So
swing and a miss.
Infield, is a runner at first base. We'll call it a lazy fly ball, right field, whatever. Just like that last play. The batter steps on the bag and turns in and hits the base runner. Is that any situation?
Those are things. If it's in the course of a regular play, it would be a regular move. You're just trying to get to the bag, get the guy out, and there's a collision. It's nothing. There's now if you're watching that and you see some intent, like they're trying to cut the guy off, well, then that's something different.
I mean, base
but
runner.
In the course of a normal play, base runner just going to the bag.
I meant base runner to base runner. So the batter running into the guy, the base runner on first.
Oh.
In fair territory.
Well, I don't know.
So here's some things that
I've never seen anything like that ever.
Well, what you'll see sometimes a lot is where a guy will go back and tag at first base, and then the batter will step on the bag same time. And I've seen some calls be made.
You've seen that?
Yeah. Well, I've seen them touch the bag, and then there'd be a guy on it, and they've called some situations.
Mitch,
I don't remember what the call was.
I interrupt you a second. That ball was hammered because it hit off of the base of that, banged back all the way back to the wood fencing into the end of the brick wall there. I mean, that had some smoke on it. Sorry.
No, that's good. I was looking down there, and I wonder if CarSheild ever at any point, whether it was the Rascals, when this thing was grass, and that basketball hoop's been there for years. Did they ever have a promo, like if a foul ball went in it? Do you know?
We got to give players of the game. Okay, for Liberty.
I'm going to defer to you because I still like the pitcher. I'm not sure that it was overpowering or an overwhelming.
And that's a strikeout.
So if you wanted to give it to an offensive guy, I'm good. I think that he did a good job. Holman did a good job. It's maybe one of his better outings of the year.
I think
8
those
Ks.
three guys, any of them are worthy of it. Don't you?
I do.
You find?
Yeah. So
I think I'm going to go. I did have Ty Holman on my player spotlight. I think I'm going to go Cole Waldron.
Okay.
Going Waldron. What about for the Washington players? Should we go with the pitcher, Ben Losing?
The starter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that didn't go his way. He probably has a little better outcome if some plays get made behind him. So I can do that. What was his earned run for the day? You haven't got there yet?
No.
I got you.
I usually don't. I can't take that. No.
That's why I brought my book. This is to keep track, and in case you run off, I'm going to have to do that next Wednesday for the G.A.C. North Side, so I feel better about myself. But
and he
snap throw.
Ooh, strike on the call. And that
still playing baseball. You like it?
Did we get we didn't get one from Coach Perkle either, did we? No, Coach Perkle sent me one, actually.
I'm going to defer to you, sir, on the POG for the Jays. I did like the young man that started up. He competed very well, and this was his first opportunity, I believe, that Coach Goff gave him. So I like that pick. Trying to pick him off the end of the game. You up 9-1, go get the batter.
2 outs, 1 on. A swing and a miss, 2-2. Pierce trying to finish this out. And he does with the strikeout to end the game. And Liberty takes this one 9-1 for the final. Players of the game for Liberty, Cohen Waldron for the Blue Jays. We have Ben Losing, the starting pitcher. Mitch, again, another ball game in there. We got one more. The nightcap.
The nightcap. I'm going to go stand up, stretch out my back.
We are. Folks, we'll be back on probably in the next 30 minutes with the nightcap, so join us then. But for